The Echo Limiter is a studio quality hybrid delay, and you have to hear this thing. Welcome back to Boring Gear Reviews. First up, I want to give a huge thank you to Fish Circuits and Moss Distro for sending me the Echo Limiter. So when I said that this is a hybrid delay, what I mean is that it is both analog and digital, and it also sounds and feels like an analog delay, like a tape echo, like kind of like a lo-fi degraded echo device. It's outstanding. Let's dive right into the controls. First up, we have Swell A and Swell B. And these are going to be your two feedback controls that are switchable with the left foot switch. So you can have one set for low repeats, one set for high repeats. You can meet somewhere in the middle, any combination you can think of. Below that, we have limit, and this will be your limiter, and it is only active on the Swell B side. Next up, we have trigger, and this will select what triggers the limiter. So if it's set to wet, it means the limiter is only going to be triggered by the delay repeats. Dry will mean it's only triggered by your dry signal, and in the middle, it's going to be both. Release is how quickly the limiter is going to stop limiting. So slow means slow, fast means fast, and in the middle, it's in the middle somewhere. The two swell knobs and the limit, trigger, and release controls are highly interactive with one another. So there's a ton of play there, infinite variations, and a lot to explore. We have a two-way toggle for range, and this is going to either engage or disengage the PT2399 chip. On low, it's a lower setting, so the delay times are shorter. They'll go from barely even noticeable to about 650 milliseconds. On high, we're going to be in our maximum delay time, so we can go all the way up to about 1,150 milliseconds, which is like 1.15 seconds. The delays here can be very clean, they can be analog gritty, and they can be full-on lo-fi, aliased, almost ring modi. Above that, we have echo. This is our delay time control, so from short to long, left to right, respectively. And this will be directly affected by the range control, so whether you have it in low or high will determine how the repeats sound, and you'll find that full sweep in there. Lastly, we have a blend control. This is a wet-dry control, so all the way counterclockwise, you get no delay signal. All the way clockwise, you get a lot of delay signal. We have a true bypass foot switch on the right, and then we have top, in and out, and power. In today's video, I'll be using my 2021 Dunnable Yeti Custom, and this has custom wound Dunnable Grizzly pickups. They are low output and unpotted. Then we'll be going into my Universal Audio Apollo X6 interface, and then using the Soft-Tube JMP 2203 amp plugin. Okay, so I was enjoying myself so much with this pedal that not only did I play a bunch of clips, but they're a little bit long. So I'm going to keep the talking to a minimum. Here are my settings. And here we have one side kind of set like an oil can delay, and the other side set more or less like a slapback delay. The way it swells in when I quiet down on my playing and backs off when I play is just incredibly musical. The Echo Limiter also sounds extremely natural. It feels real and tangible and in your hands, and it's very responsive and in the moment. Also, for every clip today, I'll be using the Model 1 from Fish Circuits. I've done a full demo of this too. I love this distortion overdrive pedal. It's incredible. If you want to check out my video, you can click the link up there. All right, next up, we're going heavier and like Smeary-er. It's a word, look it up. And feel free to pause for my settings. I'm gonna have the gain on the Model 1 cranked, but I'm gonna roll the volume back for the first part. So I'm basically getting like one kind of gritty lo-fi repeat here, but it allows you to harmonize with your playing so that it sounds like a lot is going on. But it's really just harmony. I'm just doubling up every note I play over a long repeat, and you can just play off it so beautifully. When I switch sides, it gets really messy in the best way possible. There's all these delay lines running over each other, and it really smears together, getting, like I said, smeary. It's a gorgeous chaos. Enjoy. In this clip, I'm really going to play with the fact that you can create rhythms and then play over it. What I'm also going to do is have like a pretty big in-your-face delay, but it'll cut out, it'll duck out. When I play a little harder, it'll back off, allow my like current notes to shine through, and then as that intensity dies down, the delay will swell up. And then in the latter part of the clip, I'm going to create like a feedback and then gently play under it. Like I said, this pedal is extremely musical and you can do so many cool and creative things. I'm also going to throw in the Von Gone Ultrasheer at the end for a gorgeous kind of plate hall reverb. I've done a full demo on this. If you want to check this out, click the link up there. And in our last clip, it's going to start as a slapback. So there's an initial slap, which is repeating my note. And then if I were to stop playing, you would hear like a little bit of those tails or feedback carry on. But when you're playing loud, you just kind of make out that one big delay. And then it kind of just adds almost like a room reverb under it. And then when I switch the swell sides, I'm basically going to have like self-oscillating feedback, and then I'm playing on top of it. But because I'm playing lighter, it doesn't interrupt the feedback. So you essentially get this harmonic feedback pad to play on. And it's in this way that the Echo Limiter kind of walks this line between delay and reverb and noise machine. It's gorgeous. Enjoy. And that is my take on the Fish Circuits Echo Limiter. It feels different than a lot of delays. It has a quality in its sound, in the way it responds and the way I respond to it, that I can't really say I can find in many other delay pedals. It's also built like an actual tank. I said this in the Model 1 demo, and I'm gonna say it here. These things are thick, heavy metal enclosures. They are built to last. They'll add a lot of weight to your pedal board if you're traveling around, but you don't ever have to worry about the enclosure breaking or this thing not being able to hold up in like a really kind of intense road situation. They look cool, they feel cool, they sound amazing. I'm a huge fan. Fish Circuits is crushing it, and I'm just happy to be along for the ride. If you want to get in on the action too, check the links in my description below. You'll find links to everything I'm using today. If you like this content, please consider hitting subscribe, hit the like button, share, comment, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on new videos, which I put out every week. All that stuff helps the channel grow, and it tells YouTube that people want to see this content, so it pushes me further, and I would really appreciate that. Don't forget, you can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, you can go to my Bandcamp and stream and download every piece of music I put out on this channel, and until next time, peace.